us from Adelaide.
India.
Amazing, amazing. You joined the academy yesterday or today?
Yeah,
Recently,
today.
right? Superb, superb. And what's your local track?
Republic of Karting.
Public of Karting. We have a number of drivers from Mumbai who joined Track Help. So let's see if the other driver, it's Manav actually. Yeah, he's one of the drivers who comes from Mumbai. I need to confirm which track. I think it's different though. What's up, Patricia? Welcome to Track Help.
Hi, good evening. Can you
Where are
hear
you
me?
joining us from? We can hear you loud and clear. Where are you joining us from?
Yes, joining from London, UK.
Amazing, amazing. And what's your local track?
It's Daytona, Milton, Keynes.
Milton Keynes. Excellent, excellent. Well, it's funny that you say that because we've had a submission today. We're actually going to be going through Milton Keynes shortly with one of the other drivers. When did you join the academy?
When?
When did I admit you into the academy?
Just this morning.
This morning. Okay, awesome, awesome. So you're very, very new to it. It's great to have new members join. The format of these sessions is quite simple. If you guys have any questions, any track maps, even any footage to go over, then I can definitely go through that with you. Anything in particular you want to go over, Patricia?
That Milton Keynes that you mentioned that you're going to go through, that would be particularly interested.
Awesome, awesome. When are
Interesting for me.
when are you planning to go next to the track? Are you going soon?
Next weekend.
Okay.
But to be honest, it wouldn't be me who's going to drive. It's my son.
It's for your
he
son.
started
Excellent.
Go Karting, so that's the reason why I joined. Because I would
Superb,
like
superb.
to be able to support him and
Definitely.
understand more about Go Karting.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, it's you're in the right spot. Number one, we got a great community of people here who can help you. Any questions and all as well, you can leave on the academy itself, or we can answer it later today, and hopefully go through a quick track guide as well. What's up, Marcel? Welcome back.
Hey mate, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you. It's always great to have you, Marcel. How was the weekend? Any karting this weekend?
Yeah, 3 heats, decent times, two or three tenths above the PR, so that's quite good. That's a race
Amazing.
pace. Yes.
Where's all
Uh,
the pace coming from? It's getting colder, but you're getting faster.
we can
Is the
pick and choose
secret
the
cold
carts.
weather?
No.
Okay, the carts.
Yeah, we can pick and choose. The 1 week, the one is good, and then it's totally bad, and we don't want it. And they know to contact me, so but I wish one was bad. So nice
Perfect.
discussions with the owner. Yeah.
And there you go. When you become a regular like Marcel, you can get in touch with the track, and they'll hook you up, right, with the best carts.
Oh, absolutely. One time they stood already on the row one. So, no, those are for you.
Those are reserved priority
Yes,
access.
absolutely.
I think.
And,
Yeah.
and one unique moment, a silenced guy, really silenced.
He wasn't
I love it.
expecting it.
No. I love his energy. So yeah.
Oh, Guy, you're
Yeah, Guy.
talking about. Guy's on
G.
mute.
Yeah.
I am on mute because I'm in a car right now. I'm literally pulling up onto my road very soon, so I'll be there in a second, guys.
Amazing. We've got a surprise coming up with Guy. Hopefully, after we do our first submission. Marcel, do you have any things you wanted to go over? Any questions?
No, not really. We will be doing hopefully next week or a week after an in the dark session. So this is the first time without daylight. So that would be nice.
Okay, that's gonna be nice to record and see.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, you can stay on the live meet, Marcel, as you normally do. We're gonna go over to Adwait. Any questions, Adwait, before we start the first track review?
Actually, no, because I didn't record anything. Actually,
Okay.
I visited
Yeah.
the track.
Any general questions though about karting? I know you put in some comments on the academy as well.
Yeah, actually, I'm aspiring to get into Formula racing.
Amazing. You're just like a lot of drivers who join the academy.
Yeah, but the path is bit difficult. I'm
You
just
know,
figuring it out.
the path to Formula racing all depends on budget. That's the most important thing. How are you in terms of budget?
Actually, in India, the parents don't support passion as a career. It's difficult.
Yep, I don't think India is the only country. That's a lot of people have heard that from. Honestly, that's
Yeah,
just due to the nature of motorsport because it's so competitive, and then there's also just so much funding that is required to progress in categories. As I said, to have a good base to go into formula racing, you'd be advised to do professional karting at least for a couple of years. That goes into hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then once you hit the Formula 4, Formula 3, Formula 2, that's millions you have to fork out. A lot of drivers get by due to good connections, family, friends, funding like that, and they all have big businesses.
yeah. Actually,
There's people right in India like Darud Vala, Arjun Maini, uh, Kartikeyan. These are all successful Indian racing drivers, but with good financial backing.
yeah, but actually, I wanted to ask the same question that the sponsorships or scholarships which are
Yeah.
available in the market like that, something.
The only way sponsorships can really be beneficial for both the person sponsoring and then for the driver is what kind of a return they're getting. So a lot of people nowadays do like brand collaboration. So maybe they have a big social media profile as a driver, and then they like to get companies onto their page. Also, just getting experience on track. So there is an element of hard work you got to do beforehand, where you got to invest yourself, do the races yourself, build yourself up before you can go ahead to sponsors, because from their point of view, what makes you special to whoever else will come to them. So things like race wins, things like having a brand presence, all these different factors can be beneficial. And that's why at the end of the day, motorsports, if you just have the money for yourself, you can skip categories, you can go into Formula 4 straight away or Formula 3. You've seen that with many drivers. And there's even drivers in F1 who actually pay for their seat. So that's what it comes down to. I think we're all familiar with the drivers who.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking the same thing. So I have not been practicing karting so long.
Yeah.
I started 2 months ago, and my
Okay.
sessions are my sessions are can be count on the fingertips. So it's
Yeah,
not
you're
much,
very
but
new.
yeah,
And
but
honestly, that's not an issue. There's a video I recommend you to check out my channel, How to Start Karting. Have you seen that video?
no, actually, I saw your page on Instagram, so I
Yeah, I was gonna ask you,
can-
how did you come across KTips? Was it YouTube, Instagram?
my my whole feed is filled with karting and formula.
Amazing, amazing. So let me just refer you to a video to watch, and I'll just share my screen actually whilst we do it. So if you go to my channel and you go to, well, it's not on the homepage yet. This video, earlier this year, about 6 months ago, we posted it. How to start karting. I'm going to share you the link in the chat as well. This covers everything from A to Z, really, of where
Yeah,
to start,
I'll
depending on budget and availability. Because sometimes you can have all the budget, but if your country just doesn't have opportunities, you have to look abroad to go and compete, for example.
yeah,
So
actually,
definitely, yeah,
most probably I will be traveling to Japan for studies next year. Let's see
amazing,
on
yeah, yeah,
it depends on admissions, and researched that Honda has a uh, what we say Formula Academy there,
Yeah.
where they teach drivers.
There you go. So if you do
And
something established, there's a pathway.
yeah,
Yeah.
and there they have a very minimal fees, like 3 lakh yen. Yeah, 3
Yeah.
lakh yen.
So it's affordable as well.
Yeah, so I will be try applying there too.
Definitely. Definitely.
Plus, if let me know when you have a free time for a one-on-one session. I
Yep.
have a business idea to means it is related to motorsports only, so we can discuss on that too.
Sure. Let's find another time to go over that. We'll discuss it through the academy and all.
Yeah,
Was there anything else before we go on to the next driver?
no, that's my time.
No problem at all. We're going to be in touch, hopefully. I'd wait, and be sure to stay on the live meet or the live stream, as we're going to go over some useful tips and tricks as well.
Yeah, I'm there till the end.
Perfect. What's up, Noam? Welcome back, Noam. Can you hear us? I think you're muted. No worries. What's up, Harry? Welcome back.
Hello, 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 hello.
How are you, Harry?
Good, good, good.
What's up, Nathan? Can you hear us, Nathan?
Hello.
What's up, Nathan? Welcome to Track Help. Can you hear us? I think you're muted. Nathan, are you friends
Yeah,
with Harry?
hello. Yeah, I'm Harry's friend.
Amazing, amazing. It's always great to have referrals on Track Help. I understand you guys are going to Milton Keynes soon. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. We're doing the 3-hour in December.
So you two are both partnering up. It's
Yeah.
Nathan and Harry. Wow. Have you done a team before, guys?
No, not before, but yeah.
First time. Endurance races are always some of the most enjoyable ones to do, and you really get to delve into strategy and different things like that. What's up, Piers? Welcome back, Piers.
Oh yeah, hi. Sorry, I'm late.
No worries, just in time. Actually, we're starting the Daytona Milton Keynes review, as per se. So, guys, Nathan, Piers, are you going to be doing this race as well?
Yeah.
You are perfect. Would love you to join in this discussion as well. And Harry, have you guys driven Saudis at Milton Keynes before?
So, I mean, the only experience I have at Milton Keynes is D-Max's.
Yeah.
And then Pierce has never been to a track that's not Brentwood. And
Okay.
I'm not sure about Nathan, but I don't think he has either.
Have you been, Nathan? Milton Keynes and
No,
Saudis?
I've not been. I normally do owners, so it'll just be getting out of the
Okay.
habits of owners and swapping to the rentals.
Honestly, I had the same thing because I think at the first 3 to 5 sessions I did at this track was all D-Max. So this footage you're seeing in the background is actually a really good clip because it's following one of the quickest guys there, Murphy Thompson. Do you guys know Murphy Thompson? Junior driver.
His name rings a bell.
Yeah, he does a lot of the 24-hour endurance races. I think he did both of them this year, the 24 in Saudi. And you'll probably see him in the 3-hour, Murphy Thompson. So what we'll do, guys, is actually just go through the track, the lines, and driving styles. Harry and Nathan, you guys just need to transition from the 2-stroke style of driving, where you can trail brake a lot, and you got to be careful of your throttle application and things like that, and just get used to driving something slower. And Piers, this is going to be a nice challenge for you. It's because it's different corners compared to the predictable sequence of Brentwood, right?
Yeah. There's also I'm a bit worried about the Formula wheels as well, like the rectangle wheels. I just call them Formula ones because I've never driven with them. I've only
These.
driven Yeah.
Don't worry about these. These are actually, you'll get used to it within.
And they're so much nicer. They are. I love the Formula wheels.
You'll actually don't want to go back to the other ones.
All right.
Let's go through this then. Basically, we've got turn 1 now. everything in the Saudi, it relies on high revs, so always be observant sound of your engine. Try and keep everything constant and flowing. I guess your first warm-up laps and all, try to use all of the tracks. So you can see, for example, turn 1, we're entering as wide as possible. First corner, very straightforward, flat out. Minimal steering input. You'll notice we're barely putting any, steering angle in. And the kart will naturally rotate. These are relatively new karts, so there shouldn't be any wheel alignment issues or anything like that. Flat out through the first corner. Curbs as well, you've got to be careful, because some curbs, it affects the momentum and your revs. If you take too much curb, let's say at the first corner and you hook your wheel, it can actually bog you down. Other curbs, it can give you a boost. So it's about playing around with that. Speaking of curbs, look at the outside curb over here. Myself, the driver in front, we opt not to use too much of the track on exit. Second corner, it's actually going to be a tap of the brakes. And here we're looking simply for slow in, fast out. You've got to play around. Sometimes it's a tap of the brakes. If there's lots of grip, you can maybe afford to go for an early lift or an early brake. Use the light post over here as a reference. So just as we get under it, either a brake, as you can see I'm doing over here, or maybe a lift. Get the kart slowed down, bit of rotation, flick on the steering wheel to the left, and the curb over here is the most important part. Harry, you're familiar with turn 2, the curb here. What's your experience with riding it?
Sorry, I thought I forgot I was muted. Maybe just, usually it's just straight over because it's quite flat.
Yeah, exactly. Similar to what Murphy's doing over here. The track limits, according to the marshals, is up to the black barriers. Again, don't be bumping those and trying to shift them extremely to the left. Just use all of this track available. So yeah, we've done our braking or lifting nice and early. By now, you can see my right foot. I'm flat. Got to get back onto the accelerator, feed the gas, using all of the track. It's a chicane, so it's a left into a right. You'll notice what Murphy does in front, and I try and follow him through, eating all of that curb. And now we opt to go towards the middle part of the track. So it's not important or necessary to stay wide, take a wider entry. We got low speed over here, take a shorter run, less meters as possible. Inside curb over here, again, feel it out. You can take the curb and it gives you grip and maybe a bit of a boost. Go for it. Otherwise, no need to go so close. Try to keep everything flowing through these corners. So one more time, what we're trying to do is set up to have the best possible exit. Under the light post, early brake or lift. Throw the kart to the left and back on the accelerator as I jump over this curb. Take the shortest path possible. So it's almost a diagonal between the two corners. And then keep the momentum high over here. All about placement of the car. You can use a bit of the track on exit. Harry, talk to me about this corner that is coming up.
Is you want to get all the way to the right hand side and then kind of it's strange.
It's honestly an awkward corner. You can't tell too well, but it basically goes straight and then suddenly dips. And that dip is literally where the turn-in point or braking point is. Just over here, you can tell it's straight and then it suddenly dips. You feel it more in real life. So if we observe this lap in isolation, for example, let's just watch what Murphy does. Nice and wide entry. He's going for a, look at that, very, very early brake. You can see the brake lights already on. And in relation to the apex of the corner, very, very early, but slow in, fast out again. Remember, sacrifice a bit of time on entry, get the kart slowed down, get it rotated, ride that dip as you go down. You can see he's off the brakes now, back on the accelerator. And here you can use a decent amount of the curb as well. It depends. Sometimes you can ride all of it, go for a mid to late, not even a mid to late, a middle apex, you could say. Sometimes you come off it slightly early. I guess the trick over here now is not to get distracted with how the track, layout proceeds. So what you want to do is actually hug this right-hand side of the track. You see this outside curb? That's your reference. you should be thinking about sticking to that over here. So as I'm at the apex, I'm already looking to the outside curb, and that is where I want to guide the kart towards. Stick to the right-hand side of the track. If you follow this outside path, it's the shortest path to the next corner. Stay right, stay right, stay right. Then cut across. You can see in a subtle motion, cut across to the left. I could have even stayed to the right slightly longer, but essentially we bring it back to the left just in time for the hairpin here. Harry, how's this hairpin so far for you?
I think it's a strange one because of how it's kind of formed, because it widens up on the exit and you don't really know where to go.
Yeah, it's an awkward hairpin once again. It's a long one which winds slightly uphill. You got this outside curb as a reference for braking. So if you notice the driver in front, to be fair, in the Sodis, looks like you can get away with either tap of the brake or just a lift. Most important thing is your entry. So if we just bring it back and it's just lagging out there. Give me 1 second. Let's see. There we go. So the entry, as long as you can be as wide as possible, wide of the corner, easier it is to take, faster it is to take. So maybe just keep your foot committed, maybe even a tap of the brakes. Let me just watch what I do on this lap. Just watch my left foot over here. Entry, I'm tapping the brakes, and then I'm immediately back onto the accelerator. What we're trying to do for this hairpin, skip the early part of the corner and go for a mid to late apex. Nice and tight to the end of it. You can see how the hairpin changes. So it's curving to the right, and suddenly over here, then it straightens out. You can see. So that's what actually makes it a bit awkward. And then you got like this final curve on the right. So you don't really want to get all too involved in this part. Just take that flowing line. Because remember, the tighter you go here, it is less meters, but then also it's difficult to build that momentum back up. So you can either stay in the middle or slightly to the right like I'm doing, or go slightly wide like Murphy's doing on this lap. Got a bit of traffic in front that can alter the line slightly. Downhill now. So as we rise over, uphill slightly, we're now preparing for the downhill part. How's this corner, Harry? Especially in D-Max.
In D-Max, it's very much about getting it in and like four-wheel sliding, but I guess in Sodis is a lot different because you want to keep the revs up high.
Yeah, honestly, it's going to feel like doing it in slow motion. So in D-Max, you're carrying a lot of speed on entry. You have to basically brake and go for a sharp turn in. Here, you can take a very similar line. Just as we cross this line at the, which is ingrained in the track, just turn in after that. You can see my foot is pinned to the floor. What I would encourage over here, use a bit of the lean out, get some grip on those outside tires. Foot committed. Now remember, it depends on the grip. If you feel you're sliding too much here, you got to lift off. You're going too fast. If you can control it, grip the kart, keep your foot committed. You can see we're keeping a gap still to the inside of the corner. That's because we're going for a later apex. Look at where Murphy is at the end of the corner. He's gone quite late in the corner. I'm still leaving gap to the inside. So we get towards the end of the corner now. I'm much closer, right? Gone for a late apex. All about timing and accuracy through that sequence. As we exit the corner, try and use the end of this curb as an out or exit reference. You can come all the way, similar to what Murphy did, or just up alongside like I did. We've got to prepare for the left-hand hairpin, which is coming up now. What were you doing over here, Harry, in D-Max for this corner?
It's kind of like a lock brake and just kind of like rotate in the rear.
Yeah. And any clear reference you're using for braking?
I think
on this corner.
it's kind of like it's just based off feeling, really.
Yeah, feeling. Not a great example this lap because look, we're overtaking traffic. Let's maybe get a clip of us doing That's some traffic over there as well. We're still battling. Okay. How about here? That's a better example. So what we're trying to do over here, as you said, wide entry, and we're going for the lock braking. It's on feeling because there's no clear reference for this corner. As we get closer to the inside the corner, that's where I try to get the braking done nice and early. Hard brake, sharp turn in. You can see as I turn in from the left, initiate rotation, bring the steering wheel, bit of counter steer mid-corner. And then here you can take a standard middle apex. From the mid-apex, run the car all the way back out wide. Now, honestly, this is depends on the track limits the day you guys race. But yeah, you can really come all the way out over here just to get an even more flowing run. Especially in the D-Max, I felt that helped a lot where I put 2 wheels over this and I carry that all the way down. Otherwise, just keep it within track limits as we're doing over here. Try to find a better example without traffic because this was a very busy session. Here we go, down the hill now. This is probably the part where you carry a lot of speed, one of the highest parts of the highest speed parts of the track. And you'll notice I'm not, leaning to one side or the other in terms of placement of the kart. So it's actually in the middle of the track. I'm keeping it on entry down the hill. So from the middle of the track, then we cut across to the left in preparation for the first curb, you can say. Not really riding that curb too much, just at the lip of it. What we're trying to set ourselves up to do is make a straight line as possible. You can see going down that hill. So from apex 1, you can say, to apex 2, straight line. Foot pin to the floor. You're coming up to another braking point here. It's important. We're trying to prioritize the exit speed. You can see Murphy in front. He's just braking as this curve, part of the curb starts. And that's similar to where I brake. Going actually slightly earlier than him. Nice and early. This is a bit more like a trail brake. So you'll have to be on the brake slightly longer. That's what I'm trying to say. But try to release though well before the apex. You can see I'm off the brakes, turning in, accelerating through the corner. Get close to the inside curb. Use the outside if necessary. Back up the hill. Human DRS. Get your head down. Might be 1/1000th of a second, but that all helps, especially in an endurance race. And talk to me about this corner, Harry, which is coming up. Turn 9, I believe it is, the fast left.
So when I went, it was on the different. It wasn't on the Yokohama and it wasn't on the Dunlop. So it was on the tyre, the compound they were testing. So
yeah,
it was a very sketchy corner. I think 2 people crashed on that corner when we did it. So
yeah.
In Saudi, I'm guessing kind of it's a lot easier since a lot slower, and I'm guessing it's still flat.
It is. Again, it's going to feel like doing this corner in slow motion. So think about placement of the kart. You'll notice that I'm trying to reduce the meters again. Notice Murphy's doing something similar. So from the outside of the track, we merge back to the middle and then smooth turn in, foot pin to the floor, try and hit the latter part of this corner. You can see as the apex sort of ends over here. And that's important because we need to stay left in preparation for the tight hairpin. It's interesting on this lap, Murphy is actually braking quite early. He was basically braking just after this first tire mark. Slow and fast out. That's probably why he's doing so. Let's just see where I brake. You can see I'm doing something very similar. Braking nice and early. You are going to carry a lot of speed. It looks deceptive in the video. It looks like maybe you can just go for a tap of the brake. It's a lot of speed you're carrying here. Make sure to be smooth and maybe get a bit of oversteer as you're doing over here. Hard brake, back on the gas nice and early, bit of oversteer. The key thing for this corner, and this was a hack I learned from Bal. Bal's one of the quickest drivers there in D-Max. He said, if you notice there's a tarmac change, it's not really a tarmac change, it's actually a line in the track. So here, 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 you can see that quite clearly. Now this worked in the D-Max. He said if you brake and actually get your turning done exactly on this line. And now I know it looks very, very early. You'd be like, oh, should I turn in over here? And the apex is there. What you're trying to do is induce some oversteer. So it's a sharp early turn. Then you'll get some oversteer similar to what I'm doing there. But turning essentially on that line will give you the perfect angle to get as close to this curb as possible. It's almost like it's, timed to perfection. And I tested that, a couple of times where I was turning just after the line, for example, as I normally do. And I'd be missing the apex by like, a foot to 2 feet. Whenever I hit my turning point just on this line, it was like a sweet spot. It's magic how the kart flowed. And I was literally just kissing this black barrier. That's how precise I could be. So that's something you guys want to maybe try out in the Sodis. Definitely works in the D-Max. As I said, keep the revs nice and high, exiting this hairpin. What's going to happen, a lot of drivers, especially if they're doing this track for the first time, they go in too hot into this corner because they don't realize it's so tight, and they end up bogging down on the exit of the corner because they brake too late. And over here, they're going to be really slow. They have to build those revs back up. If you can focus on accelerating out this corner, using this outside part of the track as well, keep that momentum high, you can actually make some overtakes heading down into the final corner. And honestly, the final corner is very straightforward. It's another hairpin turn. It's a left-hand hairpin turn. Let's just watch what Murphy does in front on this lap. You'll notice there's a pits sign that's painted on the floor. We use that as a reference for either braking or turning. So Murphy's just turning at that point as he crosses over that pit sign. You can see I'm, on this occasion, turning actually a bit earlier than that. And it's really 50-50 for this apex. Preference, driver preference. Some drivers like to avoid it. Similar to what Murphy did on this lap. You can see he's just staying at the edge of the inside apex, you can say. What I was experimenting, maybe I could go all the way up to the tire barriers. Is it necessary? Does it give you that much of an advantage? I'm not too sure. So play around with that. You can either do what I'm doing, which is going halfway over, or just stay within this outside part of the track. Remember, the surface is different. This is two different types. So you will have to experiment what works best. And then final stretch to basically complete a minute and 10 seconds. I'm not too sure how the time is. A minute 15 in the Sodis. You guys are familiar with it?
I have no clue.
I don't know if you track timings on their app or online or something like that. Piers, you got a question?
Yeah, for that pit entry there.
Yes.
If I'm going into the pits, do I have to follow through that line the whole time, or can I just cut in?
You must follow the line. So there'll probably be a marshal there to make sure people aren't just ducking at the last moment. What I do advise as well for your own safety is when you approach the pit, if you're going to pit in that lap, and there's somebody right on your bumper, just put your hand up, right?
Yeah.
And that just signals that you're going in the pits. If that guy on your bumper wants to overtake you, it's going to be a straightforward overtake for him. They are quite strict about this. Yeah, if you just stay on the inside and then cut right across the track, sometimes they're quite strict about that.
Does because I know they've got like a strict speed thing. Does that start? Does that start when I go through those barriers over there?
It's gonna start, just after this. It's actually. Can we get some footage of that? It'd be interesting to see.
Isn't it from because there's the crossing that people go across.
Yeah,
the way bridge.
There's a way bridge. There's
Exactly.
a red barrier. It's after that red. It's before that red barrier. I think on the way bridge. Yeah.
Exactly that. I was just trying to find some footage if I had, but it looks like the recording's not there. You got plenty of time before you got to slow down to walking pace. You go through that, zigzag section of the tires they form because they're trying to slow you down. But make sure that you're at walking pace. Like it's really on luck. Depends how strict the marshal is in that pit lane. We got done in many times for just being too fast, and you don't realize. And that's guys what it comes down to. Harry, Nathan, and Piers, those small things, like if you guys can be very consistent on track with your timings, make sure you don't mess anything up in the strategy, the pit stops or penalties, and that you can benefit from compared to other teams who will probably get penalized.
It helps in Saudi because really all we need to do is fuel during practice, do quali, and then practice halfway, and then fuel halfway through the race. It's not like DMAX where they only last 90 minutes.
I think it's going to be quite straightforward. Have you guys thought of a strategy so far?
Yeah, we've got a document on everything ready, so
That's good. That's
quite
good.
good. Yeah.
Honestly, that should be your revision. Just like revise that as much as possible. Make sure everyone's aware of what to do. Are you guys doing it for fun, or are you doing it for position?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay. Nathan? Position
Yeah,
or
I don't really mind. Like, if we do well, then we do well. But it
Yeah.
depends how many like people are there
I
who've
mean-
got more experience than us.
It depends. If
Yeah.
if someone I know goes, might not be fun, but
it's an experience, and I think PS you'll learn a lot as well. You'll be surprised how quickly you're going to adapt to it as well, and you have more opportunity to push. What you'll realize as well, because you're racing with other regular drivers, just try and follow their lines. Even if you're not confident in your pace, just try to stick together with someone, and it's it's a lot easier to improve like that.
I know you've been to like Brentwood and thing. Are the carts similar or not?
They are Sodis, I believe, right? In Brentwood and Lakeside.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But the
they-
Brentwood ones are like hydrogen or something.
no,
LPG.
what it is, it's the actual model which is different. So Daytona have the SR5 model, and Brentwood, Lakeside, I believe, have the RT model. It's either RT8 or RT10, one of them.
I think it's SR4.
Yeah,
Is it SR4s?
they are SR4s. That is correct. They are SR4s.
Who's got the RT models then? Or
Buckmore.
that's
Buckmore.
that's it. That's it.
Buckmore
So-
is another place. Oh God.
Brentwood's a
I'll
bit
think
small
about
for RTs.
Yeah,
You-
Brent. Wembley's tiny. Buckmore.
Honestly, the weight. I feel that the
No, you carry
Daytona
on,
carts
yeah.
are very heavy.
Oh,
That's
alright.
that is just my view.
Because
on it.
Brentwood
So
acceleration's kind of slow, so I'm guessing the Daytona's a bit faster.
it should be, but these carts, like you'll hear from the sound of the engine, they bog down quite a lot. You know,
Are they equal in terms of different carts or not?
I think they try their best, but as any track is, you will have differences. Yeah. Guys, any questions before we move on? Nathan, Harry, yes.
I don't have any.
No, I'm good.
I think you guys should go out there and enjoy the race and use it as a opportunity to have some fun, push for position. Honestly, if you find yourself in a good place, just try and maintain it. Don't change anything too much in strategy and things like that. And then as long as you can all just push as much as possible, yeah, you should be, I think, top five. Top five, definitely.
Yeah, there's. I think there's. Hang on, I have the amount of people who are entered. There's 22 entered in Saudi, so it's going to be quite chaotic.
22, that's a good turnout, to be fair.
Yeah, and 11 in DMAX. There's like a couple of spots for both, so I think it might be fully booked. There's
Oh,
Wait
got
a
a
second.
few weeks.
Is this the December one? The December
Yeah,
endurance
December
race?
1st.
Yeah,
I'm
first.
doing that as well.
Oh,
Class.
Oh no, this is not December 1st. So I know my apologies. I'm doing the 1st of January. Sorry. That leads us on to our next point, doesn't it, Omar?
Absolutely. We got a surprise. We got a reveal. Let's bring up the lap. Hopefully
Oh,
not get
God.
copyrighted.
No. Oh, I hope so not. So for our next presentation, we have
I'm gonna hand it over to
a lap
Guy.
of Qatar by the looks of things. What's going on here? Omar, would you like to explain?
It is one of the last races of the F1 year. Too
Oh, I
bad
know
we
what
didn't
it
have a championship fight. Otherwise, when
You're cutting out, but
add
it's killing
something.
you, Omar. The
I was
lap's
just
too
saying-
loud. I can't hear you.
let's just pause that right there. we're really looking forward to 2 weeks' time when GWI Racing, Guy Williams, is going to be coming over to Qatar for the Grand Prix. And we're going to do some awesome filming, some awesome footage of the race itself. And not only that, we're going to do some of the karting tracks. Guy very nicely invited me over to London when I was there in April, was it? April or May?
It was around that time. It was just
spring, let's say.
Yeah.
And we did a Team Sport London tour. Actually,
yes, I remember that.
Harry, we met in
Harry was
Richmond,
there as well.
Yeah. So hoping to do something similar over here. Harry, you should come over.
I wish I had the money for that.
Next time.
Omar's working on some high level tickets as well because he has an association with the Federation of Karting of Qatar. Is that correct?
I think we got to share the screen for last year's footage of F1. If anyone follows us on Instagram, actually everywhere, YouTube, TikTok, we can hopefully get some exclusive access to the drivers in the paddock, and we can go out there and ask them some questions. In terms of
if you guys have any questions you want us to ask as well,
we want to ask them. This is Alex Albon, for example, from last year, asking him dive bomb switchback. Just some fun questions to get the F1 drivers, off the usual questions that they get from the media, So get creative with your questions, guys.
Yeah.
If you want anything to ask, as many guys as we can do, keep them in the comments, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Instagram or TikTok, and on this live. And we're going to hopefully ask them, and we'll mention you. So we'll mention your username, and we'll ask that this driver, this car driver, about that.
And we will definitely be challenging Max Verstappen to come to the glorious figure of 8 and to race us both, which we will beat him. Don't worry.
There we go. That's going to be the viral video of 2024.
There we go. Max Verstappen gets beat by a cocky 18-year-old at a figure of 8.
Dream on.
We love it. We love it.
Marcel, we must get some questions from you.
Yes, you surely got some good ones, Marcel.
A resident F1 viewer and Ferrari fan.
Yes.
Only the obvious, not what you want to ask. The non-obvious things.
Okay.
Oh no! For example, I really want to know how Leclerc is seeing Hamilton as a teammate, as a teammate, or really the number one driver. Because I think Hamilton is over the top, so I think Leclerc must be the first driver, but I'm not sure if Hamilton accepts that.
Very valid point. You got
that is a very interesting question, and he might kick us out the paddock if we ask him that. If we say, "Are you going to be the first driver, or is Hamilton going to be the first driver?"
What you can ask is, how do you handle Hamilton as a second driver?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, I like that.
I wouldn't ask that one to Lewis.
For sure, we'll ask it to Lewis.
Then I want a live feed on my phone, please.
Here's nothing. Is that Omar and I presume we will kind of let you guys know probably through the academy and then through the YouTube. We use the community post on me tab to really kind of delve into some stuff, but we're going to try and do some live streams from the track.
Yeah,
possibly because it's over the Saturday and the Sunday. We might even do track out from the track if we find somewhere nice and quiet and we have good Wi-Fi. I mean, that would be insane. I mean, of course, the race is on at about, isn't it 7ish to like 9? Qatar time, our time.
Yep, it's going to be late night for Middle East, but
and then also, so go on.
No, go ahead.
So, and another great thing is that I'm not flying out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm flying out on a Monday, getting there late Monday evening. So that means there will be lots of KTips / Green Racing content from Qatar. Omar is going to let me just punt his Rotax into a barrier. It will happen because I do not know how to drive a Rotax. Just make sure you make the seat a little bit bigger for me. I'm a bit bigger than you. I'm a bit taller than you. You know, we're gonna make that seat a bit larger.
You need to start dieting. You got 2 weeks. Come on.
Oh,
I
come
can't
on,
be changing
Omar.
the seat.
But yeah,
there's going to be, as Guy said, some really, really good videos coming through from outdoor
one
karting.
question.
Yes.
How much is a plane ticket return? I thought it was around £1,000.
No, so
No,
I
I
tell you
think
what,
you get
actually,
a
I got an
better deal.
amazing deal. I got like 300 quid for economy, but British Airways as well from London
300.
to Qatar.
Wow, that's
Wow.
impressive. That's impressive, guys.
I mean, granted, I get into Qatar at 15 past 11. Oh my, gonna come pick me up, yeah.
Absolutely.
And you know what? To pull up, he's gonna pull up in his go kart. I have to hop onto the back of his go kart.
That's it. Going straight to the track. No excuses. Yeah. You can't be tired.
But yeah, we will be getting lots of content done from there. It'll be an amazing experience. I'm so grateful for Omar for allowing me to come over.
Well, last year you guys saw the few videos we did from the paddock, and I realized for this year we need somebody who has that personality, who has the same passion, and Guy came to mind. So when I said, Guy, come over, he jumped at it straight away. So
I was like,
we're gonna
give me that paddock pass right now, Omar.
we need to arrange that. That's the last step to get behind the exclusive access. But after that, guys, we want all your questions coming in, because it's a unique opportunity for fans of the sport to go out there and ask drivers something different to what you see on the usual media every day.
There we go.
Be creative with your questions. I like the questions, Marcel. Keep it coming.
What I want is the questions to try to make the drivers laugh, because that's the goal. Is these drivers going to be getting so many? Oh yeah, what did you think of Max Verstappen's move around the outside? The boring questions. We want to give them some entertainment. We need to get them hyped up. So the questions will be asked on the Thursday. I'm bringing my laptop and all my stuff and my microphone as well. So hopefully we get some edited and pushed out on the Friday before we have to go to the track, Omar. When we'll decide that when we get there. But my goal is also to set up a GUI Racing live stream from the track.
Yes, that's it. So
it should be amazing.
Live stream IRL. Those who can't be here in person, we're going to try and give you the real life experience. So from wherever you're watching, you'll feel like you're engaged in the F1. And why not? As long as the Wi-Fi is there, which it should be. We got these big satellite towers. We should be good.
It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And I'm Ginger, and I'm going to one of the hottest countries in the world. I'm going to burn alive. I'm so down. Omar,
bring your sunscreen.
Have to provide some shade for me.
I've got your umbrella. Don't worry.
Good. I need multiple umbrellas and lots of sunscreen.
Absolutely, guys. It's been an awesome review of Milton Keynes and then of the F1 announcement. Stay tuned for that. Before we hop off, just to conclude with Milton Keynes, as I get it back up on my screen, we're going to go back to Patricia. So Patricia, it's your son who's driving, I understand, at the track.
Hi, yes, he does. He's
Amazing.
in junior category.
Amazing. So what I would recommend is for him to review today's track help session where we went through the lap. And if he's got any questions, be sure to put it on the academy. And additionally, if he wants further support as well, he can take a look at some of the resources that we've got on the academy as well. So
Definitely.
I'll be sending that over to you.
Thank you. That would be wonderful. Thank you very much.
And Omar also has a free ebook, which I found incredibly helpful to get started at karting.
Yeah, has your son read our ebook?
Yes.
Amazing. That's the start. That covers everything that you need to know of karting, and he's on a good path if he's just getting started.
Yes, he just started in September, so it's a very new.
That's excellent.
Okay, thank you.
One last thing, if you don't mind me saying, Omar. May I ask if your son is taking part in any of Daytona's Race Academy or Team Sports Race Academy?
It's the Kart.
Okay, and is that an academy where they teach them?
Not really. They just do the racing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So Go on. Sorry, my apologies.
Go ahead. I wanted to ask if you know anything where he could receive coaching.
Yeah, well, okay, so this is where I come in. So, of course, Omar has his one-on-one coaching as well. I actually work for
Absolutely.
Team Sport Karting, and they are the biggest indoor karting provider in the UK. It is slightly different to outdoor, but I always recommend going into indoor first anyway. I think Omar can verify as well. It's a really great place to get started. And Team Sport offer a race academy, which is only 25 quid per session and a £10 taster bonus. Just kind of try it out for the first week. It runs every single Sunday at all the tracks. I personally work in the one in London and West London at Acton. Quite a small track with electric karts, but we do a really good job there to kind of keep those kids motivated and really teach them some new stuff.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you so much. Yes, and
of course, if you want to get in touch with me at any time, I'm in the academy as well. It's Gree Racing on YouTube. But what I recommend is looking on the Team Sport website. They have some really useful, information.
Great. No, really good share there. Which track is it, Guy? Just to be sure.
I'm
Acton.
so sorry. Somebody else turned off my microphone.
Yeah, just you cut out there. Which track is it that you're located
Yes,
at?
so I'm at Acton, West London, Team Sport.
Yeah.
And it might be the closest to you.
Yes.
But you're from London, so
yes, Acton. I know that place. Yes, we've been there a couple of times beforehand.
lovely.
Yes, so we may visit then. Thank you. That's a good.
My pleasure. And as I said, there's two sessions over there. There's a Sunday session where I'm that is not me who's putting balloons on my profile picture and what's going on there. There are two times. There is the Sunday session, which is quite a busy early morning session, or there's the Monday evening, which is a bit less busy, but they're both still the teaching thing. I'm only there on Sundays, but as we start from beginner, move up intermediate and go to advanced at the end. It's a really good kind of curriculum structure thing, and it's a great way to prepare for outdoor karting. The reason why I personally wouldn't recommend getting to outdoor immediately is purely because of the rain. The rain is a great thing to learn once you're, especially in the UK. It's the UK. It's going to be raining a lot.
It's always raining.
To start out learning in the rain is really not. Would you agree with this, Omar? It's quite not ideal to learn all the basics in the rain.
It's difficult to. It's difficult to.
It is harder, yes, and he doesn't appreciate when it's raining. And
he just full sends it.
Yes. May I ask your name?
I'm Guy. Guy, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much for your advice.
Of course, it's my pleasure. I'm happy
to help. To seeing you if you get there.
Yeah, of course. As I said, if you have any questions at all, I'm on the academy as well, so you're more than welcome to let me know.
Thank you so much.
No worries. I was just going to round off with some tips as well. So just going over some key things as well. We've got a 4-week Go Kart training program, which your son can look into joining as well. This is, again, more specialized help. So he gets one-on-one time. Does he record any footage when he goes to Daytona? Does he, have a camera?
Yes, he does. We
Perfect.
have some footage already. Yes.
Perfect. So this will be appropriate for him because it's more specialized help. And across 4 weeks, we'll work with him to get a faster timing, depending on the different tracks that he visits. I'll be sending over some info, after this, hopefully.
Yes, thank you very much. I just noticed that the footage that we can download from GoPro is very similarly, it's kind of breaking off like what the one you showed this evening.
Yeah.
So we have got these gaps of where the cars we cannot see it's moving. It's just from one spot to another. Is this normal?
It's got to do with maybe the SD card you might have used. Definitely look into that. You want to go for basically it's called the SanDisk Pro. So it's a red and black colored SD card or a gold and a red color one.
Yes.
If that doesn't solve the issue, then when do you face this? When you're watching on your laptop, for example, is breaking out?
Yes, it's not breaking on the GoPro, but it's breaking on the computer. And
we
have that SanDisk card, the
you
black
do.
and
You
red.
have the black and red one, yeah. So actually, then it's not the hardware problem. It's actually the type of converter you might be using to put it on the laptop, or the actual computer itself. Because we're doing, high resolution 4K, 5K recordings.
Yeah.
It's difficult to play that on all the laptops.
May I ask exactly what GoPro it is? Do you have any idea?
It's Hero 12.
So okay, this is the exact same one I have. This one here. One thing I can recommend doing for the GoPros is I've had that a couple times when I take out the SD card physically and plug it into a reader into the laptop. It does sometimes glitch. There is one way to kind of bypass that, and that is GoPro have an app. It's called the GoPro Quick app. Me and Omar used it on the 24-hour race, and you can turn your GoPro on, turn on your Wi-Fi and your Bluetooth on your phone. It will instruct you through on the app, and it will transfer it wirelessly. Over data or over Wi-Fi, and I found I've had the 12 and then the Max before that, and almost the 7 and the 8. It does that flawlessly. Marcel, do you have a point to add for this? I saw you raise your hand.
Yeah. I've got a Hero 10, and when I turn off my GoPro and put in the USB-C cable and plug the other side in my computer and then turn it on, I can read the SD card. I don't have to pull it out.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. We'll try that. So through the cable, okay.
So through the cable or through the app. I mean, what's really about the app is let's say you only have a certain amount of storage on your GoPro. You can be at the track and you can download it onto your phone storage and then delete it off this, and you can go do another race and have more footage, if that makes sense.
Yes, absolutely.
So, of course, the cable when you're at home with the laptop, and then wireless on the go.
Yes, wonderful. I tried the wireless option, but my computer is old, so I cannot download the GoPro Quick application.
So the wireless is only via the phone. There's no GoPro Quick app for the computer at the moment.
Oh, isn't there? Okay.
No, here. Let me
Yeah.
Let me show you exactly what this is the setup I use. So I have the GoPro player. This is how I view all my stuff when I plug in the SD card. I'm using a MacBook, so it might look different.
I think we can enlarge your screen.
Yes, sorry.
For everyone. Oh no, I'll do it for everyone.
Sorry, Emma. Let me quickly just let's see if this will work. So I've already got it actually downloaded onto here. So Vincent, here's an example. So this is actually an edited video, but it comes up like this. Once you've plugged it in, as this is an edit, so it's got lots of different things on it. But if you go up here to I don't know, it's different on Windows. Will that focus for me, please? Up to the top here, and then just where it says 11 movie, and if you choose the drop down menu, you can change the name and everything. And then when you want to get it off the SD card and onto the computer, you press file again. It will be somewhere else on the Windows. It'll be file somewhere else, and then export is what you want to be pressing. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Export, and then you can choose your location. You have all these quality settings as well. I use ProRes 422 because that's the best quality and it transfers quite quickly. But this is called the GoPro Player app, I believe. Yeah, the GoPro Player. This is the one that they use for PC. I believe they might be bringing out a quick app, but it's not being optimized. That's why it doesn't work very well.
Okay, great. GoPro Player. Okay, thank you so much. That's very...
Sorry, I hope I wasn't interrupting anyone there. I do apologize.
Thank you.
No worries at all. We're gonna go over to Yane. What's up, Yane?
Hello, I want to add something because there is a quick GoPro app on for. I always use it, so.
Let me see. It might just not be on Mac then. Yeah, that's my apologies.
Yeah, well, for Windows it is for sure. So.
For Windows, you're saying?
Sure. Yeah, for Windows it is for sure because I'm using.
Well, I'm very sorry. That's my fault. And they've made a GoPro Quick app for Mac as well.
Yes. Okay, great.
I am so sorry. I didn't realize that.
No, but I can't download it, so I need to find a different way of accessing the video. So that was very helpful what you shared. Thank you so much for everyone.
My pleasure, of course. Yeah, happy to help.
It's been a pleasure, guys. We're gonna have to move on to the next driver. We're gonna be in touch though on the academy, as I said, for Patricia, Guy as well. Be sure to communicate through the landing page. Yane, welcome back.
Hello.
Yane, you're joining us from Belgium, is that correct?
Yes, I am.
Amazing. And what's your local track again?
To be honest, I don't really have a local track. I just go everywhere.
Everywhere. So, what's your favorite track? I should ask. Is it Genk?
Oh, no. For sure not Genk. I think, to be honest, it's Dolhe. I don't know if you know it.
No. I haven't.
It's
heard
a
of that
very
one.
good indoor track here in Belgium.
Ah, okay, indoor track, amazing. No, Belgium. We always hear about Max Verstappen and Genk, but the indoor scene is underrated, I have to say.
Yeah, to be honest, I only drive with rentals, and with the rentals, the Genk is quite boring, you know.
True.
And then, yeah, I really like the indoor more.
Have you done World Cups, Kortrijk?
Yeah, I will do the 24-hour there this year with Kart skins.
Are you amazing? So you basically earlier this year I did the race with Kart skins as well. You're with Jonathan, right? You must have been
Yes.
reached out by Jonathan. Yeah. So when is the race?
Yeah, I think it's in March this year.
It's in March.
Or next year.
Next year, actually. 2025, so close. No, that's going to be amazing. Let me know how your preparation goes for that. How the race goes as well. Did we meet at the track maybe last time?
No, we didn't. But I think you met my teammate Orion, who was driving with you.
Yeah, Orion. Exactly. How's Orion these days? He's still competing.
Very busy.
I saw.
Karting a lot.
Yeah, I saw he did the Saudi final somewhere. Was that in Slovakia?
Yeah, it's Switzerland.
Switzerland, that's it. And how did that go?
He ended up P3 overall. So
with the Kart skin suit, right?
Yes, with the Kart skin suits.
What's your opinion on Kart skins?
I have one myself, so I really believe in this. I think
That is amazing.
it's just the fastest suit you can buy. With the FIA homologation coming, you will there will be a lot of people joining in too.
Definitely, and that's something Jonathan has done. Just in the background over here, guys, we've got Kart skins. It's a new type of suit that has been manufactured, and we have an in-depth actually review of it. The owner Jonathan talking all about how he developed it and what iterations got. He's finally got FIA homologation. So, have you done any testing with it as well, Janne?
I didn't really do testing or something, but yeah, I used it a lot on my last outdoor races, and I really felt the difference. I mean, I didn't really feel the difference, but I noticed some difference when I was in the slipstream or people were in my slipstream.
Exactly. Well, it's going to be interesting to try it out in the race, which you're going to do in 24 hours. Over 24 hours, definitely. That's when you'll really see the difference, because the advantage you get is multiplied by so many laps. I think you're going to do more than 1,000 laps.
Yeah, quite possibly. But the track is expanded. It's 1 minute 8 lap time now.
Okay, they made it bigger?
They added 200 meters to the track.
Wow, that's impressive. So it's changed from the last time
yes,
they did the 24 hours. New carts as well, amazing. So is that near to you, or it's quite far? Because I know Kortrijk is the other side of Belgium.
Yeah, Kortrijk for me is like 1 hour 45 minutes if traffic is good. Last time I went there, I did almost 3 hours.
Wow. So it's quite far.
Yeah, it's not the close. I think it's one of the tracks was the furthest of me for Belgium.
Yeah. Is it a fun track? You like the layout and the carts there?
Yeah, to be honest, I really like the layout with the new carts. Personally, I prefer the Alpha carts. They were very nice, but Kortrijk isn't my fastest track. Let's say I really have to find some pace there.
I think you'll have a good team though for the race this year. Have you confirmed or seen any of the other drivers who will be with you for the race next year?
With the Kart skins team, yeah.
Who's going to be joining?
I think it's basically almost the same team as the previous year.
Amazing. So you got Orion, Nicholas, the other Nicholas as well. Is Jonathan joining? Or is he just
Yes,
going to be
he is.
managing?
No, he's training. I think
He's joining. That's good.
I don't
That's
know.
good.
I don't know if it's all confirmed yet. So
Yeah, no, you know, it's a strong team, and especially with Orion, he's very, very quick at Kortrijk. But let me know how the new layout goes. Do you have any footage as well that you wanted to go over today?
yeah, I sent a clip of an outdoor track here in the chat. So if you scroll a little bit back.
Awesome. I'm gonna just locate that link real quick. You put it on the chat, and I believe I've just seen it over here. Yeah. Let me. South Milano. Is that the one?
Yeah, it's that one.
Got it. Let's put it
in Italy. A track in Italy.
When was this?
Yeah, you can check the date. I don't know. I think this was in
September?
September or beginning
Nice.
September. Yeah, in September.
And is this a competition or just a race, a practice race?
This was a practice session before the 24-hour the weekend.
Ah, so you did the 24 hours there.
Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah, it went pretty well. We were running for the top 3 the whole race.
Yeah.
In the end, our cart broke 3 times, so we had to settle in P4, only 1 lap behind P3. So very unfortunate.
No.
But
Yeah. I mean, this looks like an amazing track. First time I've seen this one. Is this like a popular one for rental karting? I imagine so, because they do endurance and things like that.
yeah, I don't know if you're familiar with the TB carts.
No. First time I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's a company with rental carts. It are these carts actually.
Yeah.
And they organize a lot of endurance there and all over in Italy. We actually got an entry for the 24-hour of a karting track in Belgium here, where we are first in the championship.
Amazing. Yeah.
So we went to there to represent the karting here in Belgium.
Wow. These look quick, the carts. How was it compared to other petrol rental carts you've driven?
Yeah, these were pretty fast, but these are the 15 horsepower carts, and in the race
Gotcha.
we used the 18 horsepower carts, so they were even faster.
Oh, okay. Four-stroke 18 horsepower.
No,
Can
yeah,
I
just
get
4-stroke.
Can I get the name of these carts? Is it D and then the letter P?
DB cart. So I put it in the
DB.
chat.
Thank you.
DB.
Do you prefer these over, let's say, Sodi or Birrell or something like that? What are you used to driving? A Remo even?
I've driven a lot of carts. Mostly it's Sodi because Sodi is taking over everything. But in my opinion, I prefer these carts. These carts feel more like a cart. Like Sodi is more like a boat, very heavy. In these carts, you really have the feeling of that comes closer to a two-stroke cart, for example.
Yeah. So how did this practice session go? Is it? I see the drivers in front, for example. Are they your teammates or that's just some random guys?
No, those 2 are actually my 2 teammates.
Nice.
I drove the race with. They were slipstreaming there, so we're testing the difference between slipstream and driving alone. And you see they were pulling away quite a lot.
Exactly. Yeah. So it really helps the slipstreaming.
Yeah.
What about this track? Was first time you went here?
Yeah, this was actually the first session we drove.
Ah, okay. How do you learn a new track when you go? Let's say this track. Is there a strategy you've got, or you try to talk to other drivers and things like that?
Just open the carts, try to find maybe there is a fast local driver you can get some laps in behind. But if you're alone, for me personally, we always drive with a lot of our team together. We have a lot of experienced drivers in our team, and we
help
just
each other.
find out. Yeah, we help each other out. Sometimes one is faster than the other. Sometimes I'm faster, so we just help each other out.
Many people ask, how do you learn a new track? But as Yanni's explained there, that's exactly what it is. You've got to get out there, either try and follow someone or just talk with other people out there. There's always things you can learn from each other. Some people will be stronger in other corners. How was this track compared to everything you've driven? Is it one of your favorite tracks?
No, it's not really like one of my favorite tracks, but it was an amazing outdoor track. But I think the carts really made the difference for me.
Yeah.
I mean, if you would drive this track with a Saudi, I think it would be much more boring than it is now. Like you have some amazing outdoor tracks. This one was amazing, especially in the wet. We had some rain during the 24-hour in the wet.
Oh,
I
you
really
did?
liked it in the wet.
Okay, nice. It's too bad then the race didn't go to plan. You were on course for a podium, you were saying. What actually happened to the car? The engine or?
One time we had like the carburetor. There was some dirt in it, so it cut the engine to the fuel to the engine sometimes. So like when you were on the straight, it was like someone was pressing the brakes.
Yeah.
Really annoying. So I had to do actually 1 hour 40 stint with this problem.
Really?
We lost a lot of time with that, and then after I think 2 stints, we could change the card with the organization. And the second card, I think we would just have a bumper that came loose, so we had to change because it was dangerous.
Right.
The third, the engine just stopped.
That's really horrible. And do you have to keep one cart for the whole race, or do you use it rotation every pit stop?
No. A lot of 24-hour races use the rotation, but in this one you actually get just one cart and you can use the whole race. And you get one change. You can ask for one change during the whole race, but it has to be after 2 hours of racing. You have to fill in a document and tell what's wrong with your cart or why you want to change, and that's the only change you get. Or for example, like us, we had some problem with the cart that was not in our hands, so it failed, and then you can get another cart too if it breaks.
Honestly, that's a shame. I think you'll enjoy the Kortrijk one that you'll do next year, because that's cart rotation in every stint, and then you can strategically see what order they gave you, because by luck they give you which carts you're going to take throughout the race. Sometimes you have the quicker carts at the beginning or the end, and then you can say, okay, the best driver in my team will make sure he does these stints and things like that. It actually helps a lot. And then, nobody can make an excuse, I had a bad cart and things like that. Everybody has to drive all the carts. So it'll be good to see more tracks enforce cart rotation. But then you have to have a good team to basically, in terms of organizing, to have the rotation fair. And Kortrijk is very well organized. I think the guys who've done it there for like more than 10, 15 years. So they have an efficient system, and they can ensure level playing field for everyone. So
the court does it very well.
Yeah, they do very well. So any other races planned for you? When is your next race?
Oh, I think the next race is a 6 hour at Kortrijk, to be honest.
6 hours,
the 1st
nice.
of December.
So a good warm up, right, for 24 hours.
That's the plan to have like some practice for the 24-hour.
Definitely, with the carts, the layout. Will it be the same layout as 24 hours as well?
I think they will change it, but definitely, it's still you get the feeling of the karting. Every karting is different, so
it's all a good experience at the end of the day. I think more than that. Anything else, Yannick, before we move on to the next driver?
I was actually really excited about what you would give for advice on my onboard there. I don't know if there was any advice or what your tips would be.
No, honestly, from what I saw, flawless, and we'll just go back through it over here, because the basics are really spot on for you. A couple of things in terms of the line itself. Are you trying to copy their line in front, or this is like your own line you were following? What was your thinking during this session?
The shorter line, you mean?
So, for example, those are your teammates in front. Did you guys agree a line to do, or you were just sort of doing your own thing?
Just the first session, so we were just finding.
Oh, then you're doing your own thing, yeah. No, I think in terms of that, then you can't tell much. Did you change anything based on this video compared to obviously after you finished the race? Anything clearly, sector by sector, maybe corner by corner, you changed?
I think in general, this racing line was the fastest.
It was the fastest, yeah. What we're seeing.
Except with the race car 2 had 3 horsepower extra, you had to change the line a little bit. but yeah, not
You go a bit
really that
wider
much.
with the
Yeah,
faster
you
cars?
could take a little bit more of the curves. Like for example, if you watch the last turn,
let's go to that.
yeah,
This one
here,
coming up, right?
yeah, this one coming up. Here we stay off the left-hand curve here.
Okay.
With the race cards of the race, we could go on and you won't lose time with the faster cards. But if you did it with the 15 horsepower like this one's, you would lose a lot of time.
Yeah. And what were track limits like over here? Did they add anything in the race? Because it looks like
No.
you can really
no track limits.
No track limits. Okay, so you can go all the way off, right?
Yeah, it was also the fastest. So
you want to do it within the rules, of course, but if you can use a bit more track, then go for it, just like you were doing.
Yeah, there were no track limits, so
yeah. And this track looks quite strict generally. It's difficult to cut because it's grass and big curbs, so as opposed to that
the curves
last
are
one,
also a little bit punishing if you would touch them. So
it looks like that.
Like, yeah.
Overall,
if you
I
would
think
touch this outside curb on the left, you would just lose a lot of time on the exit because
There
they
you
were
are.
very slippery too. So your kart would just slide.
Is designed like that. This track basically. No, honestly, you're doing a great job over here, and especially to represent Belgium on a big race like this, you've definitely got the speed. So I think for you to now do different races, as you said, you're doing indoor, you're doing some outdoor. That's what's going to make you even better, and different experiences with different teammates as well. You can definitely learn from each other. You got a very good teammate in Orion. I don't know how you guys are on pace compared to each other. Are you very similar?
No, to be honest, Orion is just another level of karting.
I know from experience.
Sometimes I'm very close to him. Like in the Danish rental karting championship, we were quite the same. But yeah, if you go like for example Kortrijk, he is so much faster.
Yeah, he's a beast at that track. But it's good to just chat with him, see especially what kinds of techniques he's doing, and I'm sure he'll be able to guide you for the upcoming race. Let me know how it goes. The 6 hour in December. And then, of course, for the 24 as well. Would love to know how that goes. Anything else before we move on to the next driver?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you for joining, Jana. You can continue to be on the live link or follow on the live stream. We got Noam. What's up, Noam?
Yo.
Welcome back, Noam. I think you were on mute earlier. When
Yeah.
you were away.
Oh, you mentioned me. Sorry, yeah, I was probably out helping my dad or something.
No worries. How have you been?
Pretty good.
How is it off season now? Because you won the last race. I remember last week, was it? Or
yes, but the last 2 Sundays or something, I haven't been able to go for practice. So that's the reason I haven't been practicing. But we race all year.
Okay, there's no it's not like a season where there'll be like a month off or something like that.
Nope.
Yeah, honestly, it's good to keep up practice, but then sometimes, especially when you've won races and things, you take some time off. It's okay, a couple of weeks here and there.
Yeah, I'm getting my scooter license right now.
Nice.
So and all of my what's it called? My classes. It's right Sunday morning where I usually go to karting.
Yeah. Gotcha. Well, you're learning something new, and then you can ride in the city after, right?
Yeah. Because I just moved like a few 10 kilometers away from the city. So it's nice to like drive a scooter.
Yeah. Definitely. I think the vibe is different. You just got to stay safe. That's all. Make sure nobody's driving aggressively around you. It's very sensitive on
that's for the track.
That's exactly. Don't speed on the road. Speed on the track. That's what I say. You got any footage or any track maps? Any questions you wanted to go over today before we wrap up? Go for it.
I'm gonna send a link in the chat in here.
Yep.
You've seen this before. This video.
Okay. Let's refresh.
It's
Is it from 9 minutes, 44 seconds? Is that the correct starting point, or should I go earlier?
No, just start from the beginning.
Yeah, let's do it.
So the one in the orange helmet and orange suit is my trainer, and
okay.
The guy filming is the lap record holder.
Wow. So
two fast guys, and I race competitively with them both.
Nice.
As I try to get my words out. But this is just a 11-minute video of them just battling.
That's gonna be nice.
Yeah. But I'm going racing Sunday. Next Sunday, so in a week. I'm going back to the track.
You're gonna go back, right? And it's basically one layout that they basically use.
Yeah, they change a couple of corners now and then, but yeah.
Okay.
But it's like they'll move a barrier half a meter, but it's still the same corners.
Right. Generally the same layouts. Yeah, it's always good to watch on board of, especially the record holders. You can see exactly what they're doing. And I mean, what is the difference between your timings now and then this guy's record?
I mean, this guy weighs around 65 kilos, and when we race competitively, we weigh ourselves to 90. So when we weigh 90 kilos, we're doing like a fast lap is a 1 minute 14.5 or something. That's a really quick lap around there.
Yeah. Remember, 90 kilos is a lot compared to 60.
Yeah.
Especially
and
on this.
And his record is 12.9 or something, but that's without any weight.
Yeah, so it's difficult to then think. Especially track records, it's going to be set by the lighter drivers when there's lots of grip on the track, and maybe even the karts were at peak performance. Everything has to come together. That's why in rental karts, they try to keep weight categories, number one, and then kart rotation as well. So you get a fair result. So lots of sprint races that I've done, the minimum weight's normally 80 or 85 kilos. And then qualifying race 1, race 2, you've got to have a different kart each time. So that way, it balances it out, because we can't guarantee every single kart's the same. It's down to luck at the end of it. But, as long as you rotate the karts, everyone has a fair chance.
Yeah. But I had a question about me not driving for 3 weeks.
Okay.
And next time I'm gonna be driving here is a Grand Prix day. So and the way it works in these kind of Grand Prix is you go out on track, get your out lap in, and then it's only two qualifying laps. And I haven't been driving for 3 weeks, so I'm kind of scared that I will just be really rusty.
Yeah. No, I feel you. That's always the mental fear. But at the end,
do you have any getting back on the limit as quickly as possible?
Seat time helps a lot. If you can do just any kind of driving before that Grand Prix, that will just warm you up, act as a warm-up session. But then, honestly, it's more mental than actually you being rusty, because you've done so many laps at this track and you're at a very good level, like you're winning races and things, that it's not going to take that long to get back into the groove. Now, I agree though, if it's 2-3 laps you get
you get an outlap, your outlap, and then 2 laps. So
that's why it is recommended to be at peak performance. Try to do some kind of a warm-up session the day before, even in advance if possible. That will help you a lot. Otherwise, mentally you're going to put pressure on yourself, and then there is that aspect of getting in a kart after a couple of weeks. Things like the layout and braking points and turning points, that's all going to be muscle memory. But then of course that will change depending on the conditions that day, whether there's high grip.
Right now when it's cold, it's usually like 5 degrees lower than outside in here. So right here in December and October, November, that's where the track is at its best. So after just like 2 laps of every kart driving around, the track is fully warmed up and the karts are.
Excellent. Yeah, that's excellent. So I think that's why they kept the format only a few laps, for quali, because they know the karts will be warmed up.
Yeah, I think also it's because they wanna. That's like a fast driver can be isn't usually someone who can just set one quick time. It's the one who can set like a tenth slower, but every time. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. So there's
being
that.
Consistent.
That's it. The consistency is what's key. And you know what your best lap time is there. If you have a short time to do your best lap, how close can you be to that? You might not be, you might not match it, but as you said, you'll be a tenth off, half a tenth, whatever. That's a sign of definitely a good driver.
Yeah.
And then what will be after that? So you have qualifying, and then is it?
It's then straight after.
Or?
Yeah. So we do our qualifying heats, and then after these 2 corners, so we have turn 10 here, and turn 11.
Yep.
Just keep going, and then right here.
Yeah.
We line up like to the left and the right, pointing like an arrow.
Yep.
So we and hold there, and then we get our grid position, and then we line up
over here.
Yeah, in a straight line, and then rolling start.
Nice. How many laps or how many minutes?
First heat is 6 laps, so that would be like 7 minutes.
Yeah, that's not a lot actually.
No.
And the next one?
6 laps, and then the final is 10 laps.
Okay, so you've got a couple of chances to fight. And is it based on your finishing position? You start the next heat in that position, kind of thing.
First heat, if let's say I got P1 in quali and got P1 in the end of heat 1, and in heat 2 I'm gonna be starting 10th because they reverse every 10 grid positions.
Okay, yeah.
So
nice.
if I start 11th or I finish 11th, I'm gonna be starting 20th. Because it's every 10 cards they reverse.
Every 10, you're right. Yeah. Okay, so you don't want to finish 11th.
Yeah, and then your average score is like where you're going to be starting in the final.
Right. Okay, so it's there's a nice strategy there in their format, and that's something that you can.
What a send!
What a dive! I was just waiting for that. I remember this now because of the dive bomb.
Yeah.
These Remo carts have a very strong bumper. It's almost like a steel or something like, I don't know what this is that they're using, but it doesn't flex.
No, it doesn't.
Very solid.
If you hit I'm talking from experience when I say if you hit a barrier, it hurts. It doesn't really give off.
Yeah. And how are they, in terms of the rules in this race? Like, are there people who'd be watching for incidents like that? And then,
there's like 11 marshals spread around the track. So.
And how do they make the decision? Like, would they call that dive bomb? For example,
I think it's. I mean, I just got my my what's the word? I just got my license to be a marshal.
Oh, you did?
Training. So
nice.
I would say that stand right there is very difficult to decide if that's a penalty or just hard racing.
Yeah, that's it. With the rentals, there's gonna be a bit of bumping here and there. What about push to pass when somebody actually just pushes
definitely a penalty?
Yeah, penalty.
In race hall in GK, our club. Basically stands for Kids Go Kart Club in Danish.
Okay.
We have an orange flag. That basically means if you get an orange flag, you made a silly move and you need to get the place back.
Ah, okay, orange.
So no,
flag, right?
yeah.
Nice.
But that's Sen right there. I don't think I would give up a penalty because
Yeah.
it's a hard fight. They've been battling for a while. He needs to get past.
Yeah, and I think with incidents you need to get both of the drivers' input. Like maybe they would have just joked it off after the race, saying, remember that
Yeah,
dive
yeah.
you did on me, and then you come in around and give them a penalty. They'll be like, oh, well, that was just hard racing. And
Can you scroll back to this end? That's
let's go back.
like right where there's contact.
Yeah, just over here.
Because you can see here, I would say Noah, the guy filming.
Yeah.
I mean, if you see the wheels compared to the actual protection of the cart, the wheels wouldn't have touched. Only the outer layer touched, and Noah kind of squeezed them.
You're right. I think he didn't expect it. He was just going for his turn in.
Yeah.
And then
you see he went to the outside a bit.
Yeah, so he left the gap, and then he went for the gap, bit of contact, and
but it was kind of after the corner, after the overtake.
Yeah. He actually was ahead. You're right. So no contact.
But if I wasn't really watching and I just heard I would have gave Victor in front the penalty because I would just assume that he just pushed the pass or something because I didn't see what happened.
Definitely.
But if I just heard a loud bang.
When is this race then? You're saying it's in a couple of weeks' time?
Next Sunday.
Oh, next Sunday. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's soon. Try and get some warm-up sessions done. That's what I would recommend. Otherwise,
I don't really have time this week at least. So I'm gonna have to get the right mentality and get out and see what I can do.
Absolutely. Don't overthink it. You got the speed. Let me tell you that much.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure as always. Noam, thank you so much for coming on. Let me know how the race goes next week.
Yes, I will.
Any final things, guys, before we round off for today?
Yes, Omar. Sorry, I've been cooking a little bit. I've been cooking a little bit.
Okay.
One lap of the brand new High Wycombe Team Sport where I set the track record.
We need to see this then. Come on, let's do it.
Now, bear in mind, this was not the record lap, as I am totally gatekeeping that 100%. This track, just to Omar, top 3 tracks for me.
Whoa,
top 3
Did
in the world.
Did you set it?
I did set it. Yeah, I set the track record.
Oh well, congratulations, man.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it.
This is the latest Team Sport track, is that right?
This is the newest one. I went there on the opening day. And apparently it's got more slippy, so no one's going to break the track record.
Oh, there we go. It's safe.
So keeping it tight through these S's, nice and smooth, of course. Left, right, onto that blue stuff. That's grip tape, so it makes your car fly. And then this down ramp, it doesn't look it on the video, but it is so steep. You think you're going to hit your head on that metal bar. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh, that's sketchy.
And then Hot Lap Team Sport High Wycombe. I tell you, that track is over. Next time we need to come over, but we need to cook. We need to have a go on that.
This looks like a vibe,
mate.
Like,
it flows so well. It's like, we'll do this, and then this is gonna happen. Oh my god, I love it, man.
Is the black thing on the outer?
Grip tape, yeah.
Yeah.
But I tell you, and what I will say, Omar, is this is the first track where these go-karts fit it perfectly.
That's it. Because everyone was skeptical over the electric, right? When they
you know those are my Pookie Bear. I love the electric carts,
Well, you've got the suit to match it.
Exactly. The turquoise matches the suit perfectly,
Yeah, exactly.
But honestly, Omar, next time you come over to the UK, we're going to get you to this track right here. It's fantastic. And they don't call me the Team Sport Champion for no reason, do they? So there we go. A big trophy right there. I don't know why I have this. Doesn't even have my name on, but still. I stole it.
Awesome. Guys, we're going to call it a wrap for today. It's been a pleasure, as always, to have everyone on. Those who requested to join the Academy, I have admitted you all as well. And we're going to meet up next week at the same time for Track Help. Stay tuned.
How? Oh, yeah, no, next week's not yet. Yeah, sorry.
Next week.
The week
Next
after.
week. And week after, we'll do some IRL streams. How about that?
Listen, Track Help at the Lusail Karting Circuit, at the Lusail International Circuit. I tell you what, Omar, we have got to get a live video of me absolutely binning your Rotax into a wall, 100%.
Oh, if you do, then you owe me a Rotax.
Listen. Happily. What do you want? Tony Kart, Birla? I got you, Brem. I got you.
You're very confident, huh? Noam, you got a question?
What is happening in 2 weeks? I'm kind of confused.
Okay.
You missed out. You got to scroll on the live stream for the authentic reaction.
Tell them really quickly.
We need to recap. Guy Williams is coming over for the Qatar F1 Grand Prix, and he's going to be doing some filming over here at the karting tracks with me. We're going to do some IRL streams of the race. And
on YouTube?
On YouTube.
On Wii Racing and on KTips.
Everywhere.
All right.
So if you got any questions for the F1 drivers, let us know. And we'll send it personally from Noam. We'll say Noam is asking so-and-so.
Yeah, and Omar, before you go, may I say one thing? I think it might be a good idea if you can create like little kind of discussions in the academy.
Yeah.
Possibly create one for the questions.
Get one of those up right away. Yeah. There'll be a pinned comment. We're gonna ask the drivers, and you guys feel free to put it. And then when we ask them, we'll show them this is so and so from here. This is so and so from here.
Yeah. And Omar, I know it's late for you. Do you mind if we stay on this call just for 2 minutes after we finish?
We will do. So
sorry about that.
So let's wrap up over here, guys. Stay tuned for the upcoming stream of Track Help next week, and then hopefully some IRL streams after that. Until next week,
if you haven't already, subscribe.
We will take care. Have a good one. Good night.